All right, this last example is based on a true story. So on August 2nd, 1988, a U.S. District Court judge imposed a fine on the city of Yonkers, New York for defying a federal court order involving housing desegregation. And the fine started at $100 and doubled daily until the city chose to obey the court order. So the first task is to find a formula for the fine as a function of t, where t is the number of days since the August 2nd ruling. So we know that the function, let me just write it over here, f of 0, right? I'm going to call this formula function f for fine, right? So initially the fine was $100, right? So after 1 day, right, f of 1 would be $200 because it doubled, right? So it's just 100 times 2, right? And if they haven't obeyed, then on the second day we're going to be at 400, right? It's doubling. So that's just going to be, that's the same as 100 times 2 squared, and so on. F of 3 would be $800, and so that's 100 times 2 cubed. Okay, so you see the pattern, and the function f of t is equal to 100 times 2 to the t. Okay, we're just doubling every time. And then you can check it just by putting in some values of t and make sure they match with what you expect. So on the third day, when t equals 3, we should have an $800 fine. All right, what is the growth factor for this fine? All right, well, the growth factor, remember, is b. This is our b, right? So growth factor, that's b. Right? So this is a b to the t. That's in the standard form, a times b to the t. So our growth factor is just 2. The growth rate, remember that b is equal to 1 plus r. So that means if I subtract 1 from both sides, then I would get r is equal to b minus 1. So r is just 1. Or if we express it as a percentage, that's 100%, right? So it's growing by 100% every day, right? We're just doubling it, so it's growing by 100% every day. All right, now this is the interesting question down here. If the city of Yonkers, let me see if I can get, let's leave the function here up at the top. If the city of Yonkers fails to obey the court order for 30 days, what would the fine have been? All right, so here we're looking for f of 30, right? 30 days, because our t is in days, because it's doubling every day. And so if we put in that value, 2 to the 30th, right? So t is equal to 30. What do we get? If I put that into my calculator, I get a darn big number. I get, let's see. Now it'll probably come out in scientific notation on your calculator if you do this. So you have to know how to convert numbers from scientific notation. But what I got was 107, 374 182,400. All right, what is that? What is that number? That is a big number. Okay, so this is the hundreds, thousands, millions, and billions. So what we're talking about here is over, let me see, this is over 107 billion dollars. That's a lot of money. That's the power of exponential growth. Exponential growth, it doesn't seem like it's moving much at first. You think about those fines over the first few days, it's like 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200. That's terrible. But they grow really big really fast. So you don't want to, if you have exponential growth, you don't want to wait too long here. Hopefully the city of Yonkers paid their fine before the 30 days was up, or well before the 30 days was up. All right. Well, that's all I have for you, and I will see you in class.